Hey everyone, it's Megan here, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to connect a button on a Squarespace cover page with ConvertKit. Now, unfortunately, ConvertKit doesn't have a direct integration yet with Squarespace buttons. I know they want it to happen. I think we're just waiting on Squarespace's end. So we do have to do a workaround right now, which involves using Zapier. Once you've done it once, it's super easy. It's not a hard process at all to set up, especially if you already have Zapier. So I'm just going to show you exactly how to do that. Now, I walked you through creating this landing page on Squarespace in another video. So what we're going to do is just head straight to the action section, and we're going to actually get rid of this button. We're going to use the form instead. So I'm going to go ahead and label it. And now I just need to click Edit Form. Now, by default, the form on Squarespace is kind of set up like a contact page. So I need to go ahead and delete everything but the email address. Now, ConvertKit will accept first name. So if I want to add a first name, I can do this here by adding a new field and making it required. Now I do need to go ahead and name my form because they will see this. Once they click the button and it pops up, they'll see this at the top of the form. So I want to make sure they understand. Okay, great. Now we're going to go to storage, and we have email, Google Drive, and MailChimp. We're actually going to connect it to Google Drive. So another window has popped up, and I'm going to choose which Google account to hook it up to. Grant access, and now I just need to name a spreadsheet. It's going to go ahead and create this spreadsheet, so you don't need to create it in advance. And then go ahead and click Advanced. And I've already formatted this, but you do want to go ahead and customize the button label on the form, and then tell them to check their inbox in a few minutes. Now, the way Zapier works is it only runs every 15 minutes. So it may be good to go ahead and give them a warning that it could take as long as 15 minutes to get their email. So I may rephrase this. And now I just need to press save. Perfect. So now we are done on the Squarespace side of things. I'm just going to go ahead and save it. And before I move on, I'm going to just go ahead and show you what this looks like from the user perspective. So this is the cover page we already made that I've showed you how to do in another video. But when I click this button, I get this nice little pop-up. And this is exactly how it looks if you use MailChimp too, since both of these options use the default form button. But we're not done on our end because right now they're just getting added into a Google spreadsheet, which is not enough. We need it to go into ConvertKit. And before I go on, you could use this same formula for any other email system. If you use Aweber or GetResponse or anything else that doesn't have a direct integration, you can still set up a Zapier to connect them all, as long as it speaks to Zapier, which most systems do these days. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Zapier, and I've already logged in, and I'm going to click Make a Zap. And I'm going to choose Google Sheets as my trigger. And I need to select new spreadsheet row because basically every time someone enters, they're going to get added as a new row in my spreadsheet. And connect it to your Google account. And then choose the spreadsheet. And you also have to choose a worksheet. By default, these are all called Sheet 1. Oh, what I forgot to do is actually put in some data because it needs to be able to pull from an example. So I'm going to click this button again. So you'll need to do this too. You'll need to go ahead and sign up through the form you just made so that there's some data on the spreadsheet. Okay, let's try again. Perfect. Now we're going to keep going. Now the action is I want them to end up in ConvertKit. and I want them to get added to a form. You know, you can set this up however if you want them to go to a tag or a sequence. I typically do forms. Choose your ConvertKit account. And then now we need to make sure all of the data gets added correctly. So I'm going to choose my form. And then now I need to click the email column. Perfect. And then I did do first name, so I'm going to go ahead and add that. And then you definitely want to make sure this says yes. That way, in case someone gets added and you have like a sequence or a course attached to a form, they get added to it, which is perfect. So we're going to click continue. There's my test data. Since I filled that out, we will create and continue, and it's perfect. So now you just need to name your Zap, save it, and you're all good to go. So that's all you have to do to connect ConvertKit to a Squarespace button. Again, I know it can sound a little more complicated since you're adding in Zapier, but it's really a quick solution. I'd say the only downside is that it takes 15 minutes for Zapier to refresh. So there will be a little bit of a delay there. So that's honestly why I use the next option, which is using lead boxes. I already have a Lead Pages account. It integrates with ConvertKit really easily. So I actually do the lead boxes option so that there's an instant transfer of data, but this option's completely fine. And this is the option that ConvertKit actually recommends using as well. So I hope that was helpful.